I shouldn't be here, but the memory demands to be told. I saw something in a place that shouldn't exist, and it still haunts me. It started with a cheap duplex on Hemlock Lane, pressed against a dark wood line. The air thick with mildew and neglect. The landlord was just a voice on the phone. I never met him. The house felt forgotten, heavy with silence. In the bedroom closet, beneath peeling linoleum, I found a small hatch, a crawl space. I covered it and tried to forget. But some things don't want to be forgotten. The first week was quiet until the noises began. Thumping from beneath the floor, always in the same spot under the bedroom where the crawl space was. I tried to rationalize maybe an animal, maybe pipes, but the foundation was sealed tight. The thumping grew into scratching, dry and methodical, moving from the closet to under my bed. I started sleeping on the couch, but the sound followed, always searching. It wasn't random. It was deliberate. I realized something was down there, and it was looking for me. There was no escape from the sound. The second week, the fear changed. One night, I woke to suffocating silence then. A low, wet, inhuman breathing filled the house. It came from the bedroom, from the closet, from the crawl space. The doorknob turned, the door creaked open, but I saw nothing, just the breathing, closer, heavier. I was paralyzed, listening as the breathing stopped, replaced by a dragging sound from the bedroom. Something was coming out of the closet. I crept toward the door, but the sound followed. I knew I wasn't alone. I never made it out that night. As I touched the lock, a voice whispered from beneath the floor. "I see you." Panic broke me free. I turned on every light, but the presence pressed in, stronger than ever. The next day, I tried to leave, but the doors and windows were sealed. I was trapped. That evening, the voice returned, rasping from the bedroom. "You looked at me. You opened the floor. You looked at me. You opened the floor. You looked." I remembered lifting the linoleum, seeing the hatch. I hadn't opened it, but I'd acknowledged it. That was enough. Now, it acknowledged me. I realized I was never meant to leave. The third night, the power died. Darkness swallowed the house. From the bedroom, the hatch splintered open. Cold, musty air swept in. I heard the dragging, something heavy pulling itself from the crawl space. I was frozen as it moved closer, breathing ragged and wet. It stopped in front of me. I felt a cold, rough grip my leg. It pulled, dragging me across the floor toward the open maw of the crawl space. I screamed, but the darkness swallowed the sound. I was gone. I woke on cold dirt. The hatch closed above me. I wasn't alone. The breathing was beside me in the crawl space. Instinct took over. I crawled deeper, scraping through the dark until my hand found smooth drywall. I pushed through, tumbling onto the living room carpet. I ran for the door. This time it opened. I fled into the night and never looked back. The police found nothing, no crawl space, no broken hatch, no hole in the wall. The house was never built with a crawl space. But I carried that place with me. Sometimes in the quiet, I still hear it whisper.
My new townhouse felt like a dream. Cozy, quiet, with a little backyard perfect for a garden. The only strange thing was my neighbor. Every time I stepped outside, he was there, staring. Not a friendly stare, but a cold, empty one. The staring was just the beginning. At night, I started hearing noises from my backyard. A scraping sound like metal on concrete, then footsteps on the gravel. I'd call the police, but they'd find nothing. Just a raccoon, they'd say. But I knew it wasn't a raccoon. Raccoons don't leave a heavy stone propping open your back gate, a clear sign they planned on coming back. The next night, I was on the couch when I heard it. The faint, unmistakable rattle of my back door handle being turned. I froze. I watched from the window as a shadowy figure pulled on the handle, then seemed to sense my presence and just melted into the darkness. Terrified, I installed a security camera. The next time the figure came, the camera was ready. A man in a dark hoodie walked right up to my door, looked directly into the lens and smiled. It was a slow, deliberate, chilling grin. The next morning, there were muddy handprints smeared on my glass door. But the worst part came a few days later, a small folded note in my mailbox. A single sentence scrawled in sloppy handwriting. The cops leave, but I don't. I moved out that week. The fear was too real, too close. I'll never know who that man was, but a few months ago, the new tenant called me. She told me she was hearing strange noises in the backyard, footsteps on the gravel late at night.